Hi guys, welcome back. I'm filming on my couch and by the window, so hopefully it's not too loud. I will try to edit out any weirdness. Okay, we have not done a Q&A in what feels like a little bit, so I asked you guys and sent me a lot of good ones on my community page on YouTube as well as my Instagram. So yeah, grab a snack, grab a drink. I've got my coffee and yeah, let's get into it. This one, what kind of laptop would you recommend? I have a MacBook Air. This is my personal one. I also have a work, that's exactly the same thing, a MacBook Air. Yeah, I've had no issues with this. This is actually my first Mac. I was a PC user for the longest time, but I finally got a Mac a couple of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. I got it for Christmas and I have not looked back. So yeah, I like Mac. I recommend a Mac. So, okay, why did you start a YouTube channel and what has been the most difficult part? Even before I had notions of starting my own YouTube channel, I was always on YouTube. I'd be watching all kinds of creators. Do you guys remember the Jack and Finn days and the Jenna Marbles? Those days I was watching YouTube videos, Patricia Bright, Jackie Aina. I was just kind of all over the board. I was watching like vlogs and makeup tutorials and day in the lives and come with me as a nurse. Like I'm all over the board. Like I think I'm really interested in just people's experiences and life and just different parts of life that you don't get to see on a day-to-day. Like I don't know what a nurse in San Francisco's day is like. I don't know what it's like to be a British makeup artist. Like these are the kinds of things that I just really enjoyed. And so I think that's just what it is. I like that kind of content all over the board. And I thought, you know what, hey, I could make that kind of content too. It's just very positive and I like putting out positivity and anything I can do to help you guys and just sharing my experience. I started my channel in 2021. 21? God, when did I start this? 2022. And I've been wanting to do it for years, but I don't know. It kind of took me a while to be honest, but I like chatting with you guys. I like recording. I like planning my videos. I do not like editing, but who does? I like it. I'm hoping that what I'm talking about and the content that I'm putting out is helpful or entertaining to you guys. That is what I'm here for because that's what I've received when I've been on the other end of YouTube. The hardest part, get real honest in this Q&A, guys. Honestly, the hardest part is when you're spending the time to record, you're like scripting out what you're gonna say, you've got really good content, the visuals are there, and the video gets little to no views, no comments, no engagement. It's like a dagger to the heart because you put in all this time and effort and you think it's gonna be really good. And not that the content's not good, it's just, I don't know. I don't have the secret keys to the algorithm. Challenging to not be like, man, nobody wants to hear me talk about this. People may want to hear about UX design, which I get. This channel is about UX design, but it's also about some other things too. So I think that is the hard part of not letting it pull down your spirit, let's say. Not letting it take you down. Like it's okay to be like, oh man, that really sucks. But I try to really, put the video behind me and work on the next video. So yeah, that is definitely the hardest part because you're putting yourself out there, thinking you're making good stuff, and then for it to not be received in the way that you want, that's just the challenging part, but I still love it. I'm still out here doing it, so can't complain too much. Bring back the resets. I miss seeing that part of your life. I don't know. I appreciate that comment. Wow, thank you. Stopped doing resets like a year ago. There were some things I liked about the resets and other things that I thought I was just kind of doing just because I feel like that's what the resets were supposed to look like. So parts of it felt like me and like this makes sense for me, and other parts were like, I don't typically do this on a monthly basis, but let me just throw it in here. So I think that's why I just stopped doing it. I do want to bring back some other content. Dropping a question here for you guys. Let me know what you want to see, maybe outside of UX design or both. UX design and other things too, because of course I could talk about UX, but I also want to bring in some other things in my life that I like. I'm not, going crazy. I'm not becoming a gamer or anything like that, but just other aspects of my life that I think kind of give a better sense of me as a person. So that's kind of what I'm toying with as well. Let me know what you guys want to see from me. It's always really helpful. As a newbie in design with no work experience, where can I learn to design experience maps, or is this something I can only learn from getting a job? So I take that to mean this was referencing one of my work day in the life videos, and it was specifically about the journey map. Use that kind of video, guys, to learn these kinds of things. I use YouTube University all the time. If I don't know exactly what it is that I'm looking for, I need examples, I go to YouTube. The internet has just so much good information. Like last week at work, I needed some more examples of a customer journey map. I went to YouTube and looked at some examples, and that just really helped me make it my own. So if there's anything design related that you are just struggling to learn, just see if anybody else has talked about it. I have a playlist that I will put somewhere on the screen. I don't know if it's called UX Tips or UX 101, something like that. But I go through just like basic things like that I have learned that I just want to repurpose and try to help you guys. So YouTube all the way. Next question. Have you used Maze for usability tests? If not, what platform does your company use? So luckily on my team, we have a UX researcher. So I don't actually have to do the research myself. I do attend, like when we're interviewing customers, I attend those calls and I take my own notes, but we don't use Maze. We use, great question. A pretty good platform to just facilitate setting out screeners, getting users to respond to them, setting up meeting times for interviews, that kind of thing. So great question is what we use. Okay, so there's a few questions here about bootcamp. So I'll kind of just answer these all in one go. When you first started the bootcamp, did you hesitate? Any regrets? Anything you would have done differently? And then tips for bootcamp. Okay, once I decided I'm interested in UX, that was it. There was no more hesitation after that. I spent a little bit of time kind of waffling of like, do I want to do it? Do I not? If you're even a little bit interested, and you probably are going through a bootcamp, or you're interested if you're watching this video, I would just take the leap, guys. You don't really have anything to lose. A lot of these bootcamps, they either have like a free course you can test out, or you can go ahead and sign up for the bootcamp, and then maybe there's like a certain window of time that you can no longer, if you're no longer interested, you can kind of back out. If you're interested enough, I would try it, because you don't know until you actually try if this is really going to be for you. Any regrets? No, not a single regret with bootcamp. I personally went through Springboard. That's the one that I prefer, and I really recommend you guys, just because I know what it was like. So I don't want to recommend anything that I don't have the personal experience with, but no, I do not regret going to boot camp. Anything I would have done differently? This kind of ties into your next question. There's a few questions on this one in terms of pacing yourself and any tips on finishing quicker than 9 months. I set the goal that I wanted to be done in like 6 to 7 months. I finished in 8 months. The reason I wanted to go quicker was like, I wanted to get out of my horrible interior design job and literally just find any UX design job. I said that, but realistically, guys, if anything I would do different, I would have done a better job of balancing the boot camp and my day job. If you just get to do boot camp and don't have to worry about going to a 9 to 5, then I feel like you can really fly through it. If you've got maybe another job or other schooling that you're doing, really dedicate some time to boot camp. And I mean like and this might sound crazy, guys, but if you've got like personal days that you don't plan on using at your job, I would take 1 or 2 personal days randomly throughout the time of my boot camp and just dedicate it to that, because I feel like I could have progressed quicker and gotten done with my boot camp, gotten my certification, just expedited the timeline if I had given more time to it. Okay, so this one is about portfolios. What projects did you have in your first portfolio that landed you your first job? I had a saving app, like a savings app. I had, and I'll put them on the screen. I had an interior design, like decoration, e-commerce service. Can't exactly remember. Oh, I had a subscription saver, like cutting subscriptions, kind of like a Rocket Money type situation. And then I had a e-commerce platform, specifically men's skincare, like the men's version of Sephora, pretty much. That was an actual industry design project, and what that means is that we worked with somebody, a real person who was starting that business. That was his company, and it was me and a team of 2 other designers. That's the project that I always like to say, that's the reason that I have the job that I do, because it was specifically e-commerce, marketplace type of situation. And my current job, they were looking for somebody that had experience doing that. So I like to say that because you never know, guys, what people are looking for, and if your portfolio is going to have something like that. That's why I think it's important to have some unique portfolio projects, because if everybody's got the dog walking service project, if everybody's got the one about plants, they're going to see that. These hiring managers are going to see that and be like, okay, that's not specialized enough. Everybody has that. So I would think about your portfolio projects that way. Like, what can I do that's a little bit different, off the beaten path? That's what helped me stand out in a sea of other portfolios. Okay, this is a nice one. I love your house. What is your design style? Do you still do interior design? Thank you. You can't really see that much of it, but I'm looking at my like bookshelves that you guys can't see. My design style, if I had to say something, it'd be like organic, modern, contemporary, earthy, like eclectic. Like, it's literally all over the board. Well, okay, just looking around, I have a lot of earth tones, like this wooden coffee table, green chairs, this like cognac color couch, neutrals. But then I also really like colorful art. I've got this art piece over here that's really colorful, fun vintage posters behind me. So I'm really all over the board. Honestly, styles are helpful to learn what you like, but I don't think I'm a style at all. And I don't think most people are. So, but thank you for the compliment on the house. And no, I do not do any interior design. Every now and then I will get a request from a friend or family that needs like something. I have done in the past like some freelance design stuff, which I enjoyed, but not enough to like really keep it going. Honestly, I could maybe revisit that, because that could be a nice little additional stream of income. But I so much prefer UX design. I prefer YouTube. Like, that's really where I want to put my energy. Okay, what are you reading and watching right now? So I am reading, barely started this book called The Mayor of Maxwell Street. It is set in 1920s, and the main character is a debutante. She is the daughter of, quote unquote, the wealthiest Negro in America, 1920s, and she's like the premier debutante of the time, and she's enlisting the help of a kind of lowly, rundown speakeasy manager to kind of help her to identify what's going on in this underground crime syndicate, set in Chicago, I believe. So I've just started that. So far, so good. I wanted like a historical fiction going on. I've been kind of slowly getting out of my reading slump, guys. So I'm excited to be reading this. I'm watching Love is Blind, of course. I'm watching Love is Blind. You guys know I love reality TV. The trashier, the better. Love is Blind is not even that trashy, but I'm watching Love is Blind, and this is such a good season. I can't even tell you how many times I have gasped watching this, or like wanted to fall off the couch because Chelsea said something real crazy to Jimmy, or Jerame and Sarah Ann and Laura, like that whole situation. Look at me ranting, but yeah, that's what I'm watching, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That is the Q&A. Thank you guys for all your good questions and sticking around with me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like we got some good questions answered. Lots of good, honest answers. UX, personal life, books, design. So yeah, I feel really good about this Q&A. So if you want to see more and get a sense of what my kind of day-to-day is like, check out this video.